Shalom, Yasharallah. This is your brother Abanaya coming to you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. But first, we give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruka HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, prophets, and teachers of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the sincere Akiam, pushing this word in all diligence and all sincerity, and to the Akwat, who are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. First up, per the lesson, we want to go in with applying wisdom. If you notice, there is a trend where you would see police officers unaliving jakes for simple traffic stop, for simple traffic infringement, for the serving of simple warrants. Every time they come in to deal with jakes, they always come in guns blazing. You always see them come in guns blazing for jakes, and many a jake have been put down by the enemy of our people, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Now, a lot of these things could have been prevented had jakes used wisdom. But then again, when you're not serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you're not going to be operating in wisdom. You're going to be taking foolish and idiotic chances. At this present time, we are in our lowest estate. And to get revenge upon these heathens, we can't at this time. Yahweh said, vengeance is mine, saith Yahweh, I will repay. So this is why we're waiting on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And Esau using his blessing, which is the sword. Jake need to use his blessing, which is these scriptures. The prophecies. Is what Jake need to be using. Because that sword can't stand toe-to-toe with the prophecies of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Now if Jakes would apply simple wisdom and the logic of the scriptures when dealing with situations, they would have a heck of a better outcome. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. All you hear what the scriptures say, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. And ultimately the man that had power to kill at this present time is Esau Edom. Because according to Genesis 25, he was given the blessing of the sword. By thy sword shalt thou live. That's how Esau lives, by the sword. And this is why you Jakes ought to be cautious. You Jakes not supposed to be calling Esau Edom friend, because he don't call you friend. Scripture says, never trust thine enemy. As iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Esau Edom don't change. Scripture also said the wicked, as soon as they are born, they go astray speaking lies. He's not capable of the truth. He's not capable of friendship. All he knows is deceit. All he knows is lies. He will smile with you. He will laugh with you. He'll pretend to be your friend. But as the scriptures say, war is always in this heart. So keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault. So avoid him as much as possible. When the situation arises where you cannot avoid him, try your best not to make no fault. When you see many of those slave movies, you're always seeing the parents telling the children, when you see a white folks, keep your gaze down. Keep your gaze down. Don't look at the white people in the eyes, because when you look at them in the eyes, they view it as defiance. You always have Salakia for that. You always see white folks, Jakes, coaching the children, the do's and the don'ts when interacting with the so-called white man. That advice should still be followed. Not that we are saying we're doing it because we are afraid of them. It's simply because we are applying wisdom. It says, lest he take away thy life presently. How much more videos are you people willing to see? How much more videos are you people willing to see of Esau Edom unaliving our people? How much more? It seems as though you people want to be entertained. You know? It's almost like it's entertaining content. And you jakes, being hot-headed, you're not going to defeat this enemy who has been given the blessing of the sword. We have to deal with him with the power at our disposal given to us by Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. So his military, his police service, his coast guard, his army, his air guard, all these are the battlements of the city, the various weapons at his disposal to maintain his supposed law and order. The many snares. You have to be cautious when dealing with Esau Edom. Apply wisdom. You know? So if Jakes was operating in that mindset and actually paying attention and studying the scriptures, listening to the apostles, a lot of the catastrophe, fatal catastrophe that we have seen, you wouldn't see that among Jakes. But then again, Jake is a rebellious people, a stubborn and a stiff-necked people. Get another one. I want to call it agree with thine adversary. Right. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So apply subtlety, apply wisdom when dealing with these devils. The time is going to come where we're going to be able to rule over them with a rod of iron, you know, where we don't have to tiptoe around them. And as the scripture says, we're going to recompense them double for all that they've done. We're going to give them double. Let's see if I can find it. Recompense him double. Let's see. Double. Give me a second. There's a precept that talks about render unto him double. Let's see if let's go with rule with a rod of iron there. Rod of iron. You know, sometimes you don't always remember the precepts, you know. This is Psalm chapter 2, verse 9. These are some of the things that are going to happen to Esau Edom. It says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And this is what David was reminding the Achium, that the time will come. All we have to do is endure and apply wisdom. Revelation 2:27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall be broken. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. And this is what going to happen to Esau, Edom, and the other nations. Revelation 12:5. And she brought forth a man-child, who shall rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto power, unto his throne. And we know that child is Yahushai. And Yahushai said with us, his people, his men, he's going to break, we are his battle axe and his weapons of war. And with us, he's going to break the horse and rider. You know, scripture also says he was sent for many hunters. And we're going to bring them out from the cleft of the rocks. You know? So, at this present time, our only defense is the scriptures and the use and application of wisdom. Use wisdom when you're dealing with these people. Be use subtlety. Nothing wrong if you had to take the bow. You know, as the old saying go, he who fights and runs away live to fight another day. That is applying wisdom. That is not a coward statement. At this present time, he still has the blessing of the sword. And we, Jakes, had to start, as I said earlier, start using the power at our disposal. That power being Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and these scriptures. And with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. I'm your brother Abaniah saying Shalom till the next lesson.